little message there to make sure you want to be recorded. And let's get moving. Swing those arms over and under. We're going to start warming up the chest, or opening up the chest, warming up the back. Get the body warmed up, get the muscles moving and ready for the workout today. So like I said, we've got shoulder work, chest and back. And of course, we always sprinkle in legs and core there. So a nice full body workout this morning. Let's pause the movements of the arms, get a little bit of rotation. Moving side to side. So we're gonna have 8 exercises this morning and 3 rounds of each exercise. We're gonna stay on the shorter end for intervals as our first week after the holidays, getting back into things. So we'll do 30 seconds of work with 15 seconds of rest in between. Pause at center, let's go into a little kick swing or swing kick here. So you're just alternating a little kick out in front of you, getting a nice hamstring stretch. Try to keep the chest lifted, try not to, kind of bob like a chicken there. Really try to bring that leg up towards the hands so you get that good stretch through the hamstrings. A couple more of these. And then you're going into butt kickers. So heels come up to the hands. You stretch out the front of the thigh. You activate the back of the thigh. If you're looking for a little more high impact, you want to get that heart rate up this morning, you can change this into more of a jog and really get things going. That's up to you. And then let's plant the feet on the floor, keep the feet nice and wide, and slowly go into a side to side lunge. We'll do a little overhead reach in between, drop down, reach up, lateral lunges. So you're going to see these in the class. We'll have some lateral lunge sliders. Sit bones reach back, front knee is nice and safe. Keep these going. Morning, Victor. We're just warming up. Okay, let's pause at center, move into a wide leg fold. Keep the hips where they are, but walk the fingers forward. Keep that length in the spine and just walk the fingers side to side. So you're still getting a nice stretch through the back of the body. And you're also getting a little bit of rotation here. And then come back to center, heel toe the feet together, a nice slow spinal roll. Come up to standing, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. It's gonna check that chat box, great. Okay, so if you're still, if you're not quite warmed up, stretched out, keep the body moving. I'm going to demo all the exercises that we have this morning. So now is the time to stretch, to move, and to maybe grab a little bit of water before we start. So we're starting with a squat and a single arm press. Okay, squat and press, one side only. Second exercise is just going to be that second side. So we're starting off with a good amount of work for the legs. That's 1 and 2. Number 3, I'm going to drop down to smaller weights, but we're moving to a wide row and a narrow row. So you're in a hinge position. You've got your narrow row. Take your weights out wide, back towards the rib cage and back down underneath the shoulders. So narrow, wide, come back in and back down. That's number 3. Number 4, we're moving into those lateral lunge sliders. So this can be done with body weight, a little bit, or a lot of weight. So you're staying nice and low in the legs, sliding side to side. If it gets a little much, come up in between. We move to reverse lunges and lateral raises. So getting into those shoulders, staying in those legs, Nice combined exercise to get that heart rate up. Head down to the floor, seated position. You'll do a weight pass underneath the thigh. Okay, I'll show you modifications as we go along. All the way to the floor, chest fly, or chest fly with leg drop. So you get into the core. Finish it all off with a plank, pull to press. Okay, plank to side plank, pull to press. Swap out weights as you need to. Throw any questions in the chat box. Like I said, we're staying on the shorter end, the lower end of intervals this morning. 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest in between. 8 exercises, 3 rounds. 10-second countdown coming your way. Squat with single arm press. Bring that weight to the shoulder, palm faces in. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Drop, press. So in your squat, remember that your bum is the boss. Your sit bones lead the way. You keep those knees nice and safe. Knees stay stacked above ankles or shoelaces, but they're not moving forward towards the toes. Lower belly in. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Switch sides. More legs. Chest up, lower belly in. Maybe a slight turn out in the toes. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Great way to kick off our workout this morning, get that heart rate up. We're working all the parts, got the legs, got the core, chest up, eyes forward, big smile on your face. Feels good to get up and start the day this way. 3 seconds. Great. 2 weights, hip hinge, wide row, narrow row. Start with those weights below the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Row, so those weights come towards the rib cage. Reach them out wide. Bring them back to rib cage and back down below the shoulders. So I decided to go with those heavier weights. I'm using 10s this morning. Now, you want to make sure that low back is supported. Great. Lateral lunge sliders. So keep your weight or no weight, depends how those legs feel. Toes face forward. Your bum is the boss. Okay, reach those sit bones back. Draw lower belly in. Reach the chest forward. Make sure you keep breathing. Get a little pause at each side. Actively push off that bent leg to get to the other side. If it's getting a little much, come up in between. Take a split second break before you head back in. Great. Rest. 2 weights. Reverse lunge, lateral raise or side raise. Chest up. 3, 2, 1. So you have a little bit of a soft elbow here. Try not to lock out the elbows. Chest up. You pick what these look like. If the legs are a little much this morning, you can stick to a little step back. Sit into that front heel. 3, 2, 1. Head down to the ground. Seated weight pass. Chest up, lower belly in. 3, 2, 1, pass. So you can make this more challenging by keeping your feet away from the floor. You can make this a little more supportive by resting one foot on the floor as the other foot is lifting up. Always ways to modify. You can ditch the weight. You can hold just a little bit of a reversed curl. Make it your own. 3, 2, 1. Head all the way down to the floor. You've got chest flies. Supportive option, keep those feet on the ground. Option number 2, lift the feet up. 3, 2, 1. Third option, lower one leg at a time. If you've got nice strong core muscles this morning, you can always lower both legs as well. But keep tuning into that low back area. We don't want that area arching away from the floor. Get a little bit of a scoop in the pelvis. Pull the belly button down towards the ground. 3, 2, 1. Last exercise of this first round. It's a plank to a side plank with that dumbbell. 3, 2, 1. So planks can be on your knees, on your toes. Find a shape that works for you. Remember, if this exercise doesn't work, find one that does. Maybe it's holding a plank. Maybe this is being done with body weight. You're still moving, you're still here. 3, 2, 1. Here's your rest. We've got 30 seconds to grab a bit of water, to catch your breath, to throw any questions in the chat box, to stretch. Whew, round 1. So far, so good. Thumbs up out there. Awesome. You ready? Grab onto that weight. 3 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squat, overhead press. So you make this your own in a timed exercise by going faster, slower, by switching up your weight. So if you have less weight or you're doing body weight, maybe you've got a faster pace. If that weight's a little bit heavier this morning, maybe you're slowing things down. Either way, you've got a few seconds left.
2, 1, rest.
Rest, switch sides. This rest interval, you can extend your workout interval. You can go an extra 5 or 10 seconds and shorten your rest if you want.
1,
Here we go.
go.
Or enjoy that rest to catch your breath and get ready for that next exercise. Chest up, lower belly in, eyes forward. Looking good. Remember in your squat, you don't want the knees to be the boss. Knees aren't coming forward. Shoot those sit bones back. 3, 2, 1, rest. 2 weights. Hip hinge. We're gonna do a narrow row, wide row.
3, 2, 1, go.
Now, the closer your feet are together, the more you're going to work that center line. That means more core work. The wider the feet are, the more support you get from that nice broad base. You get support from the legs. So tune in, notice how you feel, and then adjust, right? You want to listen to your body.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Great. Lateral lunges or side to side lunges. Toes face forward. Weight, no weight. Roll those shoulders up, back, down.
2,
And slide side to side right here. So again, actively push off the bent leg. to send yourself over to the other side. Watch the rounded shoulders. Reach the chest forward. Nice length in the spine here. If you need that break, you want to add a little rest in between, then just come up at center. 5 seconds left.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Reverse lunge, lateral raise, 2 weights.
3, 2,
Chest up,
1.
roll shoulders up, back down. Here we go. So you step away from that front foot, you drive through that front heel. Chest up, eyes forward.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Seated position. Get into those core muscles, seated, weight pass.
3, 2, 1.
So you go into that little bit of a reverse curl, pass the weight underneath the thigh. Really pull the belly button in, right? We don't want to aggravate that low back in any way. You've got support of the floor if you want or need it.
Three, 2, 1, rest.
All the way down to the floor for your chest fly. Feet on the ground for more support, feet up for a little bit more work.
2, 1.
And then that
go.
final option is lower 1 or 2 legs at a time. But again, keep pulling belly button down to the floor. Keep that good airflow. You gotta keep breathing.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Plank position, final exercise of the block. On your knees, on your toes. Grab your weight.
2, 1, go.
So I'm using a 10-pound for this one. My flies, I went a little bit smaller. It's using 5 pounds for flies and lateral raises.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Here's your rest. "30 seconds. Then we move into our third and final round. Hopefully that heart rate's up. Here we go, 3 seconds, 3, 2, 1.
1, go.
Go. Last one. So on this third round, where are you at? Lots of energy and you're powering through this. You see the finish line, or not so much energy and you're just kind of finishing off, slow and steady. Where are you at?
3, 2, 1, rest.
Great, rest. Right, you can always do an extra rep or 2 if you want. You can end early, take longer rest, make it your own. 3 seconds.
3, 2, 1, go.
Chest up, drive through those heels. Ten seconds. Ooh, lots of squats this morning.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest. Hip hinge, narrow to wide row. So if this is a little taxing on shoulders, skip the wide row, just keep the narrow row.
3, 2, 1. Go.
Low row, arms come out, back in, and down. You really want to make sure that lower belly is engaged. Don't want to aggravate the low back, that lumbar spine. 10 seconds left.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Lateral lunge, sliders. Chest up, shoulders back, toes face forward.
2.
Here we go. Slide, side to side. Third round, body might be starting to get a little bit tired, so modify as you need to. Belly's in, bent knee, it's nice and safe.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Great seated position. Let's get down to the floor for these last 3 exercises. Core, seated, weight pass.
3, 2, 1. Go.
So we want to keep this nice straight line from your hips through to your shoulders. Quite often when we go into a reverse curl position, I see a little bit of rounded shoulders. Lift the chest up, lean back. Belly in, be mindful of sensation in that low back.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Great, chest fly. Chest flies, head down to the floor. Yeah, I was gonna try 10s, not a chance. Chest presses maybe,
2,
not
1.
flies.
Go.
Getting some good core work while we work the chest. Keep breathing. Nice active exhales.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Here we go, last exercise of our last block. Plank, row to press, or plank to side plank. Finish off nice and strong here.
1. Go.
Modify as you need to. If you need to bring those knees down to the floor, drop the weight, that's fine. Just keep moving.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Oh, rest. Let's bring those knees to the ground, big toes together, child's pose. Let's stretch out that back body.
3, 2, 1. Go.
Have I lost my mind? We've done, did I miss something? We did everything right. Oh, back lunges, lateral raises. That's what we missed. Jump back up on your feet. Let's do this. We missed one exercise. Back lunge, lateral raise. Got too excited there.
3,
Here we go.
1.
This is it, finishing off here. I'm like, why is that timer still going? Oh, we're not gonna miss this. Keep the chest lifted. Now we're finishing nice and strong. Last 10 seconds.
Three, two, one, rest.
Now we're done. So let's go into a high or low lunge. Stretch out those hip flexors, quadriceps, front of the thighs, front of the hips. If you'd like, take a nice deep breath in, reach those hands up, thumbs point back. Again, connect with that low back. How's that sensation? Long exhales if that heart rate is up. Great, let's switch sides. High lunge, start there, front knees safe. Little bit of a scoop in the pelvis. This time, let's open the chest. And then release that stretch. Let's stretch out the back body, move into a forward fold. So if you have a little bit of height near you, you can rest on a chair, a bench, a couch, whatever you have. If the heart rate is high and you're feeling a little dizzy, just keep the head above the heart, okay? And if those hamstrings, back of the thighs are a little tender, add a little bit of movement, bend one knee at a time, shift those hips side to side. Again, keep with those nice long exhales. And then a slow spinal roll to bring you up. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. All those rows, let's stretch out that upper and middle back area. So interlace the fingers, press the hands forward, really round out through the front of the body. Tuck the chin into the chest. Feel like the shoulder blades are moving towards the side bodies. And then we're going to sweep the hands up and then just gently hinge side to side. Get that nice side body stretch. Strong center though. You want that support for that back body. And then release. Little stretch for the neck and the shoulders. Bring the chin down to the chest. And then just roll across the front of the body, half circles. So we're going to be back here Friday morning. Friday is more of a bar style. Bar, maybe a little bit of a Pilates blend in there, a little bit of yoga, definitely some strength. It's harder than it appears to be. Bring the chin back to center and then lift the chin away from the chest. Take one last deep breath in, sweep those arms up. Nice full body stretch and then release. Good work this morning. I'm going to stop this recording.